Waramunte, Salama, Midway. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever parts of the world you're watching us from. What a pleasant way I'd like to say welcome to another exciting edition of The Big Show with Uncle Willie right here on RWANDA 24 TV. You know, it has been a very long time coming. We've been away for some time, but it's good to be back on your screen, and today we're going to have a wonderful show, I can assure you for sure. So we're going to be playing host to Mr. Ernest Wallow, who is the chairman on the planning committee of the LIBSAT 4th anniversary. As a matter of fact, LIBSAT is the Liberian Student Union here in Rwanda, Yansa chapter. So right after the short break, we're going to be having him, and we're going to be talking everything that has to do with the event. But before we take a break, let me just give you some tips over the past week, what have been happening, things that have been unfolding over the past week. Starting up with the world of sports, Rwanda hosted Nigeria in the 2026 World Cup qualifications, and of course they lost 2-0 to Nigeria. So we'd like to say congratulations to Nigeria. Nigeria now sits 4th on the table, and Rwanda coming down to the third place with just 7 points. And of course, from West Africa, Liberia hosted Tunisia at the Samakanyado Sports Complex in Pinsville, where they also lost 1-0 to Tunisia. You know, that game was really, really intense. Liberia dominated the game in terms of possessions and corners, fouls, and everything, but they were just so unfortunate to have a go at the back of the net of Tunisia. So that was it in the world of sports. And I think Africa's defeated was it Burundi? I think Burundi, yeah, 1-0 also in the 2026 World Cup qualifications. So going to entertainment, still in West Africa, Liberia legendary Minister Miracle Keita pay a visit to Nigeria, where she pay a courtesy visit to her musical mother, Chairman Jesus. And of course, Mother Chairman Jesus is the mama of Nigerian gospel music industry. So she paid a visit to Mother Chairman Jesus, and of course, she was also able to rub shoulder with some of Africa's funniest gospel musicians, talking about Judy K, talking about Ibuka Sons, and the rest of them. So that was it in the world of entertainment. Also, Minister Porky Adin from Liberia started his Strong God Concert 2026 tour. He's been visiting different cities within the country, talking about Grand Bassa County, Picana. He's been visiting a city like Magibi, Kakata, and the rest of them. So I'd like to say bravo to he and his team. They are doing extremely well, and we wish them success for the rest of their tour. So that was it for entertainment. In politics, we like to say big congratulations to the president of Burkina Faso. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of good work since he took office. Building different factories, having huge employment rates for the people of Burkina Faso. We'd like to say bravo to you, Mr. President, and we pray that you continue your good work. Also, over the weekend, His Excellency Paul Kagame met with different international students from around Kigali, and of course in that meeting he encouraged them to pay attention to their studies, focus, and have a successful study without any interference. So that was it from politics. We like to say sticking still with us. Let's take a short break, and once we come back, we have our host Mr. Ernest Wallow, and we continue with the show for you. So, welcome back, and welcome back, Morakosa China, for staying with us. And like I told you, today we have our studio guest, Mr. Ernest Wallo, who is the chairman on the planning committee of the LIBSAT 4th anniversary. So, again, I'd like to say welcome to Rwanda 24 TV, Mr. Wallo.
Yes, thank you very much for the invite, and special appreciation to the Rwanda 24 TV for inviting us to talk about activities surrounding the LIBSAT anniversary 2025.
Okay, so before we dive into the calendar of events of the LIBSAT 4th anniversary, of which you are invited, let's just let's just go a little bit personal. Tell us your own. Tell us a bit about Ernest first. Who is Ernest Wallo?
So my name is Ernest M.G. Wallo. I am a Liberian. I'm married. I have my wife, Mistress Sylvia B. Wallo. I have two children, two guys, Joy NSU Joy Wallo and Nara Lida Wallo. I'm also a year 2 student at the University of the Late Adventist of Kigali, year 2, in the Faculty of Law. And also I've been in Rwanda roughly about, close to 2 years now. So we are here in pursuit of education to learn whatever we learn out to be able to apply back in our country. Because as we all know, Liberia being the oldest African republic, there are other areas in our country that are still struggling. So we chose the challenge to come out and see what is happening in other areas so we can go back and implement some of those things that we learned. So basically, that's me.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So how is it for you? Like the environment, you mentioned you've been here for the past 2 years. How's the environment?
Yeah, so I've been here for close to 2 years now. So, well, it's a student environment. Things will not always be okay, especially coming from a family background. Imagine where you have to leave your family back home and come in a place where to go to school all by yourself. Sometimes you wake up, you're not eating according to what you used to eat when you were with your family. But however, at the end of the day, all I can say is that at the end of the day, the sacrifice will be something that we all will look back on tomorrow and celebrate, because what it takes to have a foreign education to go to school in a country like Rwanda, that is very, very much, I don't know how to measure their progress, but if you're looking at them from an African perspective, they are one of the biggest nation right now in Africa. So having the opportunity to be here to further my study, I think is something that I have to appreciate. So in conclusion, everything is okay, but we are still striving for the better.
I know, because even myself, I'm a witness to the stay here in Rwanda. So let's talk about cultural differences. What are some of those things that you find strange? Comparing it back to Liberia, where you from, and being here in a strange place. What are some of the cultural differences you notice?
Yeah, so one of the cultural differences I noticed is that in Rwanda, everyone has a unique local language compared to Liberia, where we have 16 tribes. But in Rwanda, people here, we have a single language we call Kiwanda. Every Rwandan speak Kiwanda. But out of in Liberia, you have Bele, you have Basso, you have Kru, you have different tribes. So if you from a Basso background or from a Basso county and go to, let's say, a Gio county, you have to struggle to communicate as a Liberian in your own home, because the language there will be a barrier to you. But here in Rwanda, anywhere, whether you are from Yanza, whether you're from Gisenyi, Gisosi, any part of Rwanda you are from, everyone speak a single language. So I think that alone is a form of uniqueness and also a form of unity that have help this country. So I think one of the cultural differences I've seen that is kind of different from what is in Liberia compared to what is here in Rwanda. And also I see the way we eat.
The food. I was just about to go. Yeah,
the way we eat in Liberia is kind of different from the way we eat in Rwanda. So the difference is, I think in Liberia we eat very big, meaning we eat too many things. For example, soup like potato grains, cassava leaf, tteokbokki. And, we eat a lot of meat, fish. But I think the eating is kind of, for me, from my own perspective, I see it kind of more healthier as compared to that of, Liberia. Because here, you don't find people eating a lot of meat like we eat in Liberia. In a single soup, you have chicken, you have fish, you have meat, you have different ingredients. So the way we eat in Liberia is kind of quite different from how we eat. And you can see it. In Liberia, you find more people who are bigger in size because yes, they are stronger. But in Rwanda, you see people, they are kind of tiny in, the body size because in Liberia, we eat a lot.
So, what led you to the University of Lay Adventist of Kigali? Because there are several other universities in Rwanda, and of course, UNILAC is one of the best. I think they are 4th place when it comes to university in Rwanda. So, what led you to the University of Lay Adventist of Kigali?
Well, let me just say from a point where in what led or what inspired me to come to Rwanda to study. And as a place that I chose back then to say, let me further my education. So I think I'm here as one of the beneficiaries of the REACH, recognizing each action can help. So it's a non-profit organization that's helping students pursue their education. So I was strolling through Facebook and I saw this opportunity that there is a scholarship for students to go to Rwanda to study. But before that, I always had a dream that asking God that God could bless me to have the opportunity where I can go all of Liberia to experience that kind of foreign education. So on occasions in other areas I've tried, I've not been successful, especially when it comes to the finance. So some places you go to tell you that the scholarship is partial, you have to pay for application fee and everything. So these are some of the barriers that have been all around my dream of having foreign education. So it was this day while strolling through Facebook and I saw this on social media that there's an opportunity for students who are interested to go and study in Rwanda. So I took, my chance and I applied, and as God could have it, today I'm here, and the scholarship was directly for the UNILAC. So
that's a good one. The other day I was also strolling through Facebook, and then I saw this post from someone, a Facebook user, and they was like, why are Liberians going to Rwanda to study instead of studying in Liberia? What's the difference? So when I saw that, I was like, okay, there are many Liberians coming in every now and then in Rwanda now. So you, from your own personal from your personal observation or from your personal experience, what do you think is different? Why do you come to Rwanda instead of just staying in Liberia to further your studies?
Yes, I think, like I said earlier, that if you look at Rwanda from an African perspective, putting them in the bracket as African nation, I think they are one of the, let's say, biggest country to like infrastructure development. You talk about the system that's in place. You talk about education, and one of the things I notice is that the process here in Rwanda is fair. It's straight to the book. The law is the law. Whatever grade you score, that is your own, based on your own personal performance. For example, in UNILAC, you are doing tests. You have cameras that is up watching you. There's no room for cheating. Even if you are caught cheating, the rules is there. I think many times there are other people who have experienced that, who were caught cheating and they were suspended, some were expelled. These are systems that that have attracted some of us to come and say, wow, if we can have such a thing like this in Liberia, where people will be very serious when it comes to the issue of education, where people will be let's say recognized not based on who they know, but based on what they're able to do. So I think that alone is something that have inspired me more to say I think Rwanda is the best place learn, and that's how we've been encouraging more Liberians. So if you notice that, I always say people who come to study outside, there are two things. There are people who come to study in a foreign nation with a local mindset, meaning they are out of Liberia studying, but their mindset still shows that they are still back in Liberia. So there are other people who are here with that vision that yes, they want something good to happen for them. They want to come and study to make a huge contribution back to our country. So if you look at the system that has been set up here in Rwanda, reaching from every area, even if you go to the hospital, if you go to the church, if you go every sector of the Rwandan society will tell you that this place is somewhere that you need to learn, and whatever you learn here, that once you apply it back home, even though some things may not be unique and we may not have something unique between us, but there are some good things that we believe that when we carry back Liberia, it will actually work for our country. Like the issue of corruption in the educational system, for example, that is no secret. You can see students in this country don't go to teachers asking them for marks. Whatever marks you score, that's your marks. You don't have to negotiate it. It's clear to the book. That's why the teachers are there 24/7 to provide the lessons to you.
They are available.
They are available. Meaning, and also the fees, they are very, very much affordable. And schools are almost everywhere. So look at our country. We only have, I think, the State Road University Library, just a branch in the entire country. You have a branch, you have one to Fender, you have another one on the bypass. But if you look at it, we don't have universities all around the country. So people now to find education, you must, even if you are in Maryland,
you have to go to Monrovia,
all the way to Monrovia, the capital. Even if you, for example, you decide to enroll at maybe small community colleges, you may not have that kind of education as compared when you are in the capital. But here in Rwanda, every district, every province, every part of this country, you find that people are having the same level of service as compared to those, or services as compared to those who are in the capital Kigali.
I think you are right. One of their main stuff here in Rwanda, I think is the process, is the thing about decentralization. The country is very decentralized. I mean, whatever you can get from Kigali, you can also get from different parts of the country. That's for sure.
Yeah, sure.
With all of the praises being rained on Rwanda, speaking of the culture, the education system, what are some of those things that you miss from back home that sometimes when you be like, when you're sitting by yourself, you be like, I miss this from Liberia and I can't find it here, or it's not here, or I'm not doing this. When I was in Liberia, I was going to do this. What are some of those things that you miss?
Yes, from a family person, because for me, I'm a family person.
I know how it takes.
Yes. So what I miss back home the most is my wife. Yes. That's the only thing that I sit and say, oh, I wish my wife was here.
Wow.
Yes.
So let me hold you there. So you miss your wife the most, or only your wife you miss?
I miss her the most because I have my kids as well who I miss, but I think she is kind of
So what I was driving at is this: what if your wife or your family, your kids and your wife come to you now in Rwanda? Does that mean it is over for Liberia?
No, it is not over because I have a commitment to my country to make Liberia better. Yes. So even if you ask me today, with all you have experienced in Rwanda, will you want to take a Rwandan citizenship, or will you want to stay in Rwanda forever? I'll tell you no, because that commitment to my country is very, very much. And part of the reasons that I'm here studying is to go back to Liberia and make Liberia a better nation. Yes, if I don't contribute to the progress of Liberia, I believe that I will not achieve anything. And like I said, if you look at the country, right, from the family to the community, when we have a better family, we have a better community. Once we have a better community, we have a better nation. So that's why once you have a good family, the result of that will reflect on the community. And once the community is okay, the result from that okayness of the community will reflect on the nation. So we, as people, we have to focus or lay emphasis mainly on how do we structure our family. How well is our family organized? What are some of the values we are putting in our family? What are some of those things we are teaching our children tomorrow when they grow up to become a better citizen? So today, if my family will come to me in Rwanda, no, Liberia is something that is in my heart 24,
Yeah, because that was the reason I asked. Like that guy, he's from Liberia and he's reading all the praises on Rwanda. So I was like, okay. Yeah, and you said it for yourself. You made one of your family, so I was thinking, like, is it nothing good from Liberia?
No, my family is from Liberia, so I cannot say nothing good from Liberia because the family I'm talking.
Even the food, your friends, the outing. All
right. So let me say this: the food, the outing, because in life we have to learn how to adapt to situation. Because
of course.
So I've been here now close to 2 years. Yes, roughly close to 2 years I've been here, and I think that I have adapted to a certain level. So there are some things you cannot adapt to. So I cannot adapt being a Rwandan and become a Liberian for life.
Sure, you're right.
I cannot adapt having a different family because I have my family already.
Right.
So there are some things you cannot adapt to. So when you ask me, what do you miss the most? So for me, in my mind, the most important thing, other things are important, yes, but
the most important one is your family.
Is the family, because they are the foundation of a better nation. So if you impact or maybe effectuate change in your family, the result will be good for the country. Definitely. Wow. Yes, because that's the reason. Because many times we talk, development. That development we talk about will start from the family. I tell you, if we ain't, as Liberia as a nation, if we cannot have good family, we will not have a better nation. Even today, if we go in Liberia and build all of the skyscraper, whatever we want to build, if we don't have good family to maintain that development, to maintain smaller things we are building, those systems we put in place, I tell you, in the next year, Liberia will be zero. So more time I tell people is that we need to put more emphasis on family, home ethics, teaching our children to be or people who are constructive citizens, not to be destructive. Because now if you go back, like, people protest for everything. Some people in whom the anger is there. So when they grow up with that kind of anger, you tell them small thing, they get angry. They're ready to react. But we have a family in a nation where the family, people understand family value, teaching our children how to be good citizens, how to put the country first. Even in Rwanda, if you look at the law here, the law alone will tell you that the country is number one. The laws here tell you that there are principles in this country you cannot go against. For example, if you read the law, it will tell you you must respect the other. I don't know if we have that in any part of our laws. Meaning, it's just in our culture we know, say, yeah, respect other people. But yeah, they put it in law, meaning it's bounding. You must respect people who are above you. So if we start to adapt some of the things in our country, I think in the next 4 or 5 years, Liberia will be a very better place. But again, like I said, Liberia is my country. I cannot forget Liberia for anything because I owe it to the country, meaning I have to go back to make Liberia a better place. Yes.
Okay, I have to go back to make Liberia a better place. And so, folks, that was the voice of the man Ernest Wallow, and we've been here having a very wonderful conversation. So before we move any further, we take a short musical break, and once we come back, we dive into more for you right here. So stay tuned and don't you go away. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. If you just joining, what a pleasant way again, I'd like to say welcome to Rwanda 24 TV. And of course, this is the big show with Uncle Willie right here. And today we've been playing host to Ernest Wallow, who is from the Liberian Student Union in Rwanda Yansa chapter planning committee of their incoming 4th anniversary. So on the second segment, now we are going to dive into the calendar of events as it relates to the 4th anniversary celebration. So back to you, Mr. Wallow. What are the entire calendar of events? How many days are you guys going to celebrate your 4th anniversary?
Yes, so celebrating the 4th year of LISA existence as Liberian organization for students here in Iyanza is something that we, especially judging from our history, our background, where what the association has been through before being recognized and up to this day, and the progress that Liberians are making in Rwanda. I think it's something that we don't want to just have it in a one-day event wherein we just call for a program, and at the end of the day, we all go and know. So this year we look at where we came from, where are we going, and what have we achieved. I think if you look at the last graduation, all graduations around the country from different universities of Liberia and different universities in Rwanda, we have Liberian students who tell you that we are the increase of numbers of graduates is something that is remarkable. It means that Liberians who are here, they are not here to play. Liberians who are here, they are not here to merry-make. Liberians who are here, they are not here for fun. It means they are here to pursue their dream. And even in the most recent time, if you see the numbers of Liberians who have been defending their thesis, who are set for graduation in June, will tell you that Liberians who are in Rwanda, they are actually making progress. So we told them that this year anniversary celebration should reflect that progress that we have made as a community and the trajectory we are on. into coming back, because look at now the influx of students is increasing every day. We have more Liberians that are coming here, especially here. I don't know about other universities, but especially in Yanza, every intake we have more Liberians. So this year we want to celebrate them, to say yes, you people, despite whatever the challenges may be at home, back home in Liberia, you people have choosing to take this path to make this sacrifice, not for yourself alone, but for our country. We want to celebrate you. So this year there are series of activities we are lined up. For example, today we'll be having the Thanksgiving service, and the anniversary, the actual day is the 15th of March. So the 15th of March being a non-activity day, because we are from an Adventist university. So normally on Saturday there's no activity. That day is for worship. So we could not do anything on the campus of Unilag. So what we did, we have the virtual celebration. So that celebration was done on Facebook live.
Oh wow!
Yes, wherein we invited some of our colleagues to speak to the students on the importance of the anniversary theme. And this year we are celebrating our 4 years of excellence, 4 years of progress, 4 years of unity, 4 years of marching forward for a better community. So we are celebrating that we Liberians in Yanza, we are united. We are celebrating that we are make some progress over the years, from where we came from. We are also celebrating excellence. There are Liberians here who are actually doing wonderful things. I think if you follow Facebook in the most recent time, there was a Liberian who project, he did something very unique for the TTT. And
I think I follow, yeah.
Yes, that video was all over social media. Many blogs in Liberia posted him. So that's something that we want to celebrate this 4 years. So we could not do it in a single program. So we lined up different programs. Like I said, the 15th, we had a virtual program. We had speakers that talked to students, and now the first day alone, we have over 400 views. People watched the video that day.
Wow.
The program is all around. And today, we organized the Thanksgiving service. We want to tell God thank you for our community, for students who are here. You know, it's not easy, Mr. Way, to leave your family, come and come to
not at all.
Yes,
Right.
to school. So it has to be through the grace of God. So we want to recognize God's presence in our study. So we organize our Thanksgiving service today, which is the 23rd of March, and the service will start from 4:30 up to 6 p.m. And also, because we are celebrating unity, we also organize what we have called the Unity Walk.
Okay.
Yes, the Unity Walk will be on Thursday. So we have a Unity Walk where the community will walk from the Kubijega to the Unilag campus. So to tell the world that we Liberians, even sometimes despite our disagreement, despite our tribal differences, our family differences, but we are united for a common goal. And what so it will not be a good thing that only us go back home with degrees. Say, yeah, we went now, we learn, and we have degree.
Right.
But our other brothers and sisters, they are left behind. It will not give a very good picture. So with everybody, to say the struggle, even though people came here individually, but the struggle we are in, we need a collective effort, each person, for us to make it as a nation.
Right.
So that unity work will send a message of our unity that day. So on that same day, which is this coming Thursday, we also have, which is the 27th of March, we also have what we call the Sport Day. We Liberians, we are from a footballing country where all of this, we have the only African who have won the
George Weah.
We cannot take football from Liberia. We cannot take sports.
Right.
So
Right.
That day we have sports activities that we organize among the students. For example, we have football match, we have kickball, we have basketball, we have other different games.
Wow.
Regular Liberian games from Africa, for example, horsecore, touch, these are all different games we have included in the program to spice it up so everyone can feel part of it. Then on Friday will be the 4-month program, and that will be the big program where we will be the anniversary program itself. So we'll be expecting our guest speaker will be coming from Liberia, somebody from Liberia who will be coming to serve as the guest speaker for the program, and that person is Mr. Cassell Eko. He's the CEO from New Liberia and also FC Facel. He will be serving as the guest speaker for that program, which is on Friday the 28th of March. So some may ask, why did you people choose Mr. Kwon to serve as guest speaker? Many times or most times in the kind of program, people also always go for politicians. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Because I was just about to ask, he's coming from the soccer background, and so I was thinking as well.
Yes. So people will also always want to go for politicians to come and speak on this kind of program. But for us, no, we want to do something different. So we chose Mr. Paul based on his sacrifices all the time, his commitment to youth empowerment, empowering Liberians, what he has contributed to our community. Because, like I said to you now, he currently he apart from his footballing background, he is also an entrepreneur. He has a new electric engine motorbike.
Wow.
We have keke.
Wow.
Giving it out to Liberians to go on, and like we say, hustle in our own Liberian. We hustle, and at the end of the day, at least you can be able to feed your family. So we chose him because based on his own background, he's kind of one of us who have passed through the struggle to make it in life. So his presence that day will inspire many young people. Meaning, if this man can come from this level and extend to this level, it means that we ourselves too can also reach that level. And also his role in football, as I think he served as the second vice president at the Liberian Football Association back then.
Wow.
So currently he has a football academy as well.
Wow.
I think some part of last year some children to Turkey.
Wow.
Yes, he plays. So these are some of the things he has been in. So we thinking that everything should not be about politics. Everything should not be about politics. Everything should not be about politics. So let's look for somebody who from a different background that can come and inspire us. Based on that, we chose Mr. Asel Kuo to serve as our guest speaker, and he accepted wholeheartedly.
He's gonna be here. Wow.
Yes.
So speaking of the program, is it gonna be restricted to just Liberian students, or you're gonna invite other nationalities from?
Yes, it's the program because we are celebrating Liberians. We cannot celebrate all by ourselves, other people, because, like I said, despite what people might think about us Liberians, there's some good thing that we have. Even people here, when they see us, they say, "Wow, you guys are, Liberia is a very good country." This is the picture of you. So celebrating such a program will also give other nationalities the opportunity to know what Liberia is, to know where we come from, to know what we have achieved as a nation. So we have other nationalities that will be coming. So that's why we wrote the international student and representative. We wrote the UNILAG SU, the student union of the UNILAG that covers all students in the administration. There are some friends within the community, Rwandans as well, our classmates, course-mates, people who all are in the same school that we have invited to come form part of the program and see what Liberia. And also it's also a way to sell our culture as well to other nations. So it will be a very unique
what do you guys hope to achieve from the entire celebration? Because most often when you're doing a program and you invite a guest, at times you have a project you want to undertake, and so you invite a guest to make some donations or so forth. So what are you guys expecting or expected to achieve from this year anniversary?
Yeah, so most time I always tell people, when it comes to student leadership, especially one in a foreign country, you can build a road, you can build a hospital, you can build a school.
Sure.
The only thing we can do is there are some of our brothers and sisters who are struggling. Let me say, there are some students here, they came on politician scholarship. Politicians make commitment to them that
go. I was yeah.
Some of those politicians lost election,
and later they drop back.
Yeah, they drop back. They abandoned those students. Some of them came here on the support of their parents. Their parents were paying their school fees. Some of them, their father died. They lost that. I think in the most recent time, 3 students in our community lost their father.
Oh wow, so sad.
The person is the only source of support for them, and that person is no more. Who will step in? And also, there are some people who came here that their family was in a very good position, but life has its own
government changes, lost job, all those kind of
business, now working again, so they're not able to support their children here as they used to. So these are some of the cases we have identified. We believe that this program, that's why part of the reason we chose Mr. Pope, because we understand his involvement in helping young people. I think if you follow his track record, he was in Bikano one time, Basikia, organized a youth program, and he gave 5,000 United States to support that program.
Wow.
So imagine if Mr. Paul would come here and decide to give out scholarship to students who are struggling, students who are in need. That alone will be a help to our community. Like I said earlier, the essence of our student leadership is that it's not about only a few people. For example, maybe I may be in a position through scholarship from Reach to pay my fees and go to school, and I go back home. I went to Rwanda, but other people behind me, we all in the same community. We have friends. They don't have that opportunity. So what am I doing to help them? That's why most time we get involved in this kind of program, this kind of student initiative to help our friends. And in the more recent time, we did something. Again, we helped 2 persons.
Yes. Speaking of that, that was my next question to you. Aside from the program, of which you guys, having a very good intentions, you want to help to raise money to help some other, stranded students and so forth. But what has been some of your workings before this 4th anniversary? What have been some of those things you guys have been involved with as a student grouping here in Rwanda?
Well, from the leadership perspective, I wouldn't say more because I've not been part of the leadership.
Okay.
I wouldn't say more from the leadership of LIBSA in terms of what has they been doing in order to help students or to help the community. I don't have much information when it comes to that as well. But from our side, like I said, we have our own organization.
If you say our side, what do you mean?
From our organization perspective, which is Reach. We have our organization that is here, that is helping students as well.
Okay.
Yes. So currently, like I said, in the most recent time, we help 2 students.
Okay. I don't want us to. Anyways, go ahead, but I don't want us to dive into Reach because.
The reason I'm saying is that from the leadership perspective side, I can't say more because I don't have.
So you are not actually part of LIBSA leadership.
Yeah. So the anniversary, I think it was last month that the current president
appointed you.
Yes, appointed me as the chair on the anniversary committee and
okay.
chair on the planning and budget committee.
Understood.
Yes, I'm grateful that he gave me the opportunity to serve my community. So based on that, just entering leadership, I only have much information on what the leaders have been doing in the past to help students, or what are some of the activities they have been doing.
So yeah. So if I understood you well, you are limited to just the anniversary celebration.
Just enter into the community leadership.
Oh, you're part of the community leadership.
Yes. I joined last month.
If you say the community leadership, what do you mean? Like
community leadership means like LIBSA, we have our leadership. We have the president, we have the vice president, we have other different committees that are responsible for the activities of the community. So from that point, I've not been part of the community leadership. But as a person, there are some initiatives that we have been involved into to help other people. That's why I call it
the Reach. Oh, okay. I got you. So what do we expect to see on the day of the program? What are some of those activities that we expect to see on the day of the program? Speaking of Friday.
Yeah, so like I said, on the day of the program, we'll be expecting our guest speaker anytime this week in the country. And also we'll also be expecting other organizations that we invited. For example, Stream Vision, we invited Stream Vision, we invited Reality TV. So there are other local organizations within Rwanda, Liberian, own organization within Rwanda that we also have invited to be part of the program, so that they will be there. And also there's also a means to ask them whatever way they can help. Because one thing I always say, we cannot depend on the students.
If you're just joining us, we'd like to say thank you for joining us. This is the big show with Uncle Willie right here on Rwanda 24 TV. And we've been here talking about a couple of issues as it relates to the 4th anniversary of the Liberian Student Union here in Rwanda, Yansa chapter. And of course, we have the head of the planning committee, Mr. Ernest Wallow, who has been telling us more about the event. So back to you. Like I said, what do we expect to see on the day of the program? I think it was the question I asked before we went away. So back to you.
Well, again, like I said, we expect to see a lot of good things. Like we're having our guest speaker coming from Liberia, who is coming to talk to the students, and also there are other institutions, Liberian organization in Rwanda that we also have invited. And also we have the presence of the Liberian community in Rwanda, LIBCO. The leadership will also be here during the program. And also there are other provinces, chapters that we also extended our invitation to as well. So, for example, the leadership from Gisenyi will be here, Mozambique will also be here, and also other organizations that are in Kigali will also be doing the program. So it will be a very unique program where Liberians will come together to celebrate Liberians in Nyanza, and also to set the table that we, as a community, as Liberian students in Rwanda, we can do it. We can live according to the purpose for which we have come. The reason why we chose the path for education, we can achieve it when we are united. And also the program is also intended to call the attention of our national leaders as well, to focus.
If you say national leaders,
meaning our government, yes, to focus on students who are in Rwanda. Meaning if there are supports in our, or maybe the leadership of our country can consider, at least in our every budget year, to put in a little sum to help the efforts of Liberians, who are studying. Because, like I said, whatever knowledge that we will acquire from here over time, that knowledge will be going back to your home nation to make a very great impact. So it would be better if our country can support that vision as well. So even, let's say, for example, in our national budget, if we can just put, let's say, 5,000 United States dollars to support the efforts of Liberians studying in Rwanda. I'm not only in Rwanda specifically, but maybe in other countries as well. That would make a very huge impact.
Let me hold you there. We don't have time, and we are going to be closing in a very short moment. But before going to your parting comment and closing, let's speaking of your national government allocating a certain amount of money for support, is your organization recognized by the government?
Yes. So the government, are
you registered?
No, we are a chapter. So we have the Liberian community in Rwanda, which is LIBCO.
Oh, that means you have the mother body?
Yes, we have the mother body. Then LIBSA is under that. Yes, is a subset of LIBCO. So LIBCO is recognized. It means that all other organizations that are under LIBCO, they are also recognized through.
And if you say LIBCO, you mean the
Liberian community in Rwanda. Yes, currently the chairman is Mr. Emmanuel Patrick's.
Okay.
Yes, so it means through LIBCO, we LIBSA. That's why we say
benefit one way or the other.
That's why we say Nyanza chapter.
Okay, yes. I got it. So, like I said, we've been here, and of course, it has been a wonderful time having you on this platform today. Before we wrap up, just quickly give your parting comment. What are your last words to those watching?
Yeah, so what I want to say is that to call on all Liberian students who are studying in Nyanza to be part of the program. So I always say to them that this program is our program. It's not about me. It's not my birthday. It's not about anybody. It's about the student community. So it's important that we emphasize on embracing such a program to make sure that when we are out, let the people know that, yes, indeed, students who are also in Nyanza, they mean business. So I'm calling on every student of our community, come up today for the Thanksgiving service, come out on Thursday for the Unity Walk, come out on Thursday for the Sport Day, come on Friday the 28th for our anniversary program, and also calling on our national leadership, because I tell you, Mr. Wole, there are a lot of people we vote for this program. Even the current speaker of the majority black speaker, Kun, we also serve in, is a national leader.
The House of Representatives?
Yes, yeah. Wow. Honorable Richard Kun. We tried saying if we could bring him for the program, but due to some busy schedule, he could not make it. And also the current lawmaker for District Number 4, Mr. Honorable Michael Thomas, we also serving a communication, outlining some of the struggles we are going through as Liberian students in Liberia. And there are also big people like, for example, the current Liberian ambassador to Japan, Mr. Appleton, Edward Wade Appleton. He should have been here for this program, but he said he has some busy schedule as well, so he could not make it. But we will continue to engage them on the welfare of Liberians
So
who are studying.
I know that I said it was the last word, but quickly something spark up. Apart from students, Liberian students in Yansa,
Okay.
are there other Liberians here that are not students
Well,
or student?
from Yanza, I haven't, maybe it is, but it depends. But for me, I haven't seen that. Most of the Liberians,
That means
yes, all the Liberians that are here
students.
from the records, they are students.
Okay.
Yes, there's nobody here who just come here to just live. Yes, all the Liberians who are here, and they are all young people.
And the reason I ask that is because I heard you calling on them to turn out. So I think they should turn out.
Yes, but
Why would you be a student now?
yes. But sometimes we just have to re-emphasize on the call because we all
You're
have
right,
our own.
yeah.
Some people say, for me, I didn't know that thing was so. But for Ernest and other people, then it was not our program. So we calling on them to come up for the program. Let's have a massive turnout for our own program. As you can see, the T-shirt is on me. So
Okay.
yes, on Thursday
Anniversary celebration.
If you look at the back, you see lives are at 4. So on
That's
Thursday,
nice.
we'll be wearing this T-shirt to have the unity working. Also the sport day, and also you being a Liberian student as well in Yansa.
So yes, your very last word, quick.
Yeah. So
your very,
my
very
last word again, I want to say thank you to the leadership through the president. His Excellency, Ambassador Mason Import, for giving me the opportunity to serve the community in this manner. And also my colleague, we all are working together, Mr. Gaji BN, we have Prince Weyu, Bidel, Abraham Sion. These are all people, we all members of the committee that put in our everything to make this work. And also a big thank you to our guest speaker for accepting to come to serve. It's not easy. Imagine transporting yourself from Liberia, coming to Rwanda, paying your hotel bill, feeding yourself. Everything you do is on your own, just to come talk to us students. So if you see such person taking, and a person taking such a step, it means that that person actually value and the welfare of Liberian students here. So again, this also should serve as a wake-up call to other national leaders to pay attention to the well-being of students who are studying, not only in Rwanda, but in other parts of the world, because whatever education or whatever knowledge we acquire, that knowledge will be taken back home to make Liberia a better place. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was the voice of Mr. Ernest Wallo from the Liberian Student Union in Rwanda, Yansa chapter. And of course, he's been here and we've been speaking on the calendar event as it relates to their 4th anniversary. So on that note, this is how we like to come to the end of today's edition of The Big Show with Uncle Willie right here on Rwanda 24 TV. My name is Isaac W. Willie, senior better still Uncle Willie, and I have been your presenter. Until you see me again, it's going to be next week, same time, same date. Bye-bye from my end.